beast mode. Hello people, I am Jaby Koay and we're looking at the trailer to Beast, starring Thalapathy Vijay and Pooja Hegde. Music is by Anirudh Ravichandar and it's directed by Nelson Dilipkumar. Thanks so much for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. My, is it early in the morning for me. Okay, here we go.
காலையில் நல்லா தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். திடீர்னு 10:30 மணிக்கு ஒரு ஃபோன்.
I like that font.
Mr. Madhav Singh, this is to inform you that the East Coast Mall in Chennai has been hijacked.
ஆனா இதோட கடுப்பான விஷயம் என்ன தெரியுமா? இதுல டெரரிஸ்டுக்கும் கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கும் நடுவுல நான் தான் பஞ்சாயத்து பண்ணணுமா? இதோட பழைய பில்டிங் கிடைக்கலையா? தும்முனா இடிஞ்சு விழுந்துரும் போல இருக்கு.
இல்ல எமர்ஜென்சி ஆபரேஷன் சொன்னாங்க சார்.
சொன்னாங்களா உன்கிட்ட? ஆனா இந்த பேட் டைம்லயும் ஒரு குட் நியூஸ் இருக்கு. ஹைஜாக் பண்ணப்போ உள்ள ஆக்சிடென்ட்ல நம்ம பையன் ஒருத்தன் வந்திருக்கான்.
Oh shit.
நம்ம பையன் உடனே சாதாரணமா நினைச்சிடாதீங்க. One of the best and the most notorious spies we have ever had.
Whoa!
Veerendra.
Yes, I can feel the power of terror and fire.
இப்படி ஒருத்தன் உள்ள இருக்கும்போது ஆளை ஹைஜாக் பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? அப்ப வீரா உள்ள அந்த டெரரிஸ்டுங்களை எப்படி ஓட விட்டுருப்பான்? பயமா இருக்கா?
Who's that guy?
இதுக்கப்புறம் இன்னும் பயங்கரமா இருக்கும்.
அவன் இஷ்டத்துக்கெல்லாம் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு மினிஸ்டர் சொல்றாருன்னு மிரட்டி சொல்லியா?
சார், அவன்கிட்ட மினிஸ்டர் மிரட்டினார்லாம் சொன்னா அப்புறம் உங்க பொண்ணு பொண்டாட்டி அவனே கொண்டுட்டு டெரரிஸ்ட் பண்ண மாதிரி செட் பண்ணி வச்சிருவான் சார்.
இருந்தாலும் நீங்க பண்ற இந்த அரசியல் விளையாட்டெல்லாம் நமக்கு செட் ஆகாது.
அதான் சொல்றேன்ல, இஸ் a fucking beast.
Because I'm not a politician. I'm a soldier.
Hold up, I gotta look at that action again.
Launch.
I gotta see that action again. So, just bear with me. Okay, so there's a little montage here when they first introduce him. What is going on there? What is going on there?
Spice we have ever had.
He's running on the wall while shooting at the dude. That is sick. I've never seen this before. This is brand new. Where the guy's trying to take the guy, he's like, no, and he's shooting at him while running on the wall, like the Matrix or so, like that's exactly what I'm thinking of is Trinity in the Matrix running on the wall right before she does this aerial flip off the wall. In the Matrix, she wasn't actually shooting at anything when she did the aerial flip off the wall. She was just running away from the soldiers before flipping. Here, he's actually like full blown firing at the dude. That was, oh god, you gotta like pay kudos to that stunt guy who took that fall. I mean, how many twirls was that? I'm sorry. I just get really obsessed with like really cool little things like this. Okay, so one. Oh, it's just one. It's just it's the outfits that make it look like, okay. This happened so fast that it sort of bamboozled me a little bit. which is good. There is a different way that I would have wanted this stunt to go, if possible, because he saved himself. After he got cut, instead of just flopping to the ground, he hit the ground with his palms and saved his fall. And because of the clothes being all billowy and whatnot, it looked like he got more spins out of it than he actually did. It's all happening so quick that it looked like 2 spins, but it was just 1. It was nice. The only thing I wish he was able to do with this is like maybe if they padded the ground or something and put dirt on top of it somehow. I don't know. This is just me thinking off the top of my head, right? If he could have just hit the ground without saving him with his palms, that would have been even better. It's all happening so fast, you probably wouldn't catch it anyway. So I'm guessing all that stuff we're seeing in the cave and whatnot is all backstory stuff, and that all the stuff that we are seeing in the mall is like modern day stuff. I don't think the two are necessarily connected stories. Maybe the terrorist in the cave stuff is connected to the modern day stuff somehow. Maybe they're linked, but for the most part, like, you're not seeing it as one linear thing where the mall stuff leads to the cave stuff and him in the plane or in the fighter jet and whatnot shooting at the other fighter jets. I think that those are separate things. Perhaps. That's my guess, just like kind of looking at the trailer. I think that this is actually a pretty cool idea. What's interesting about it is most of the movie seems to take place in this mall. Just recently, I watched a movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once, and most of it actually takes place in one location. They managed to make it look like a lot of locations, kind of like this does, but most of it just takes place in one spot, and what that affords is the ability to just like wreck this set and do as much damage as possible in this one location. It makes it feel so much bigger, and you're able to do like crazier stunts and cooler fights and whatnot, and it seems like they're kind of doing the same thing here because most of it's taking place at the mall. You're seeing some craziness happening, right? For an American like myself, this sort of gives me, to some degree, Die Hard vibes, but without the John McClane effect that I have talked about in the past, because it doesn't seem like Thalapathy Vijay is touchable. It seems like he's kind of invincible. Like, he might get scuffed up here and there a little bit, but for the most part, it's like you can't touch him because he's so badass. He's like an invincible hero. I think that's the only aspect of this that I worry about a little bit, because like it doesn't seem like he's like getting touched at all. And what I mean by that is like no one can land a punch on him or a kick on him whatsoever. He's just plowing through these dudes, and that's all I saw in the entire trailer. But it looked really cool. Don't get me wrong, like that, it just looks sick going from one scene to the next of him like just scaring these terrorists. For me, that there's something kind of gratifying about that, seeing a dude just scare the bejesus out of these terrorists. That's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, that's really fun. But I want to see my hero challenged, and I'm just wondering if there are any challenges in front of him, or if it's just like, 2-3 hours of him just destroying these guys. It looked cool, and I like the way it's shot. Thalapathy Vijay looks great. His beard with the salt and pepper in it. Everything was happening so fast, I don't even remember seeing Pooja Hegde in there. All I could recall was like the action and all the crazy shit happening in the trailer. Who I did recognize in the trailer is Yogi Babu. I've seen him a ton of times in South Indian movies, and he's hilarious. Even the most unlikable of people, he manages to make them likable. So I'm excited to see him back again. Just a moment ago, I was referencing Die Hard. For those of you who have never seen the film, basically what you have is this really, really good cop who happens to be caught in the middle of a terrorist takeover of a building of hostages and whatnot. In terms of that part of the premise, it's quite similar to Die Hard, but in terms of how this character is just destroying people, untouchable, that aspect is different, because in Die Hard, John McClane gets pretty messed up along the way, and he's like crawling to the finish line. Because we haven't seen Pooja Hegde yet, that indicates to me that there's a lot that this trailer hasn't shown us yet. And so I'm very, very curious to know what that is that they're holding back from showing us. Perhaps it's the latter half of the story where things get much harder for Thalapathy Vijay. Just super curious. I mean, this movie definitely has my curiosity, and I would love to see more. Please let me know your feelings in the comments below. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit that bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Peace out.